Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy, the Handmade Homeschooler, and today I have some professional development things that I'm going to be doing that we're going to talk about. What is professional development? So that's the fancy term that they use when you're a teacher, when you have to go to some kind of seminar or a webinar, or they didn't have webinars when I was a teacher. We weren't that technologically advanced yet. But basically it's this thing that you do when you are a teacher that you have to complete, usually like a class or a seminar type thing, and it's to make you a better teacher. I can't really say any of them made me a better teacher, but I always learned some interesting things. Some of them were better than others, most of them were absolute garbage, but some of them were actually pretty good. I remember two in particular that I really enjoyed because it wasn't about philosophy of ideas and things like that, and it wasn't like trying to mold your brain. It was basically like, here's some great teaching tips for you that might actually help you in the classroom, and here's some ideas of how to use curriculum. I remember I went to one with my former boss, and it was about curriculum, and that was honestly the best seminar I had ever been to, and that helped me understand curriculum books, and it was extremely useful. Most of them we all sleep through and we just try to power through. So what do I mean when I say professional development for homeschoolers? I'm just kidding, it's a joke. But I do like to read books over the summer to kind of help my brain stay kind of in that school mode a little bit, but also to help me learn some new things. I fully believe if you want to be an effective teacher, whether that is in a classroom or a homeschool setting, that you have to be a lifelong learner. And I think that the best teachers are always really good students. So for me, I don't feel like I ever stopped going to school. I feel like I'm still in school mode. So for me, I think that that is part of what makes me effective at teaching, and it might be something that you want to think about if you hate schooling, and how to kind of help yourself like learning so you can pass that on to your kids too and help you become a better teacher. So I have a couple of books that I have recently purchased, and one of them is an audiobook. I've listened to a lot of audiobooks lately because I have a Canon Plus account, and I'm gonna start with the audiobook, and I'm gonna have to just put the little I'll just have to put the cover up here because obviously I don't have the book to show you guys. So I'm halfway through this book, and this book is called The 7 Laws of Teaching. And I have been listening to this every morning as I've been getting ready for my day, after my workout type of thing. And it's really interesting. This book is by John Milton Gregory. And this is kind of in that realm of classic education books. And this goes basically over 7 different laws or rules that make someone a good teacher. Now, I feel like I've been kind of in teacher world since the late 90s. And even I have learned several really good things from this book. And it's always good to have a refresher as well. I learned several things this morning just from the chapter that I was listening to, and this is one that I think I will probably end up purchasing. I think this book would be great for new teachers and for teachers like me who have been teaching for a long time and just kind of need like, I don't know, like something kind of re-energize you about education. This is a great one to look at. This one is a Christian book too, which, when I was teaching, it was really not something that I even crossed my mind that there were books for Christian teachers and for teachers who were teaching Christian material. Everything was secular. I was just in that world. I was immersed in it, and it was one of those things that I had just come to accept, and I just kind of had blinders on. And I'm glad I'm not at that point anymore, but there are books out there to help Christian teachers. So 7 Laws of Teaching is a great book. Highly recommend it. Okay, moving on. I have a couple of really great ones that I'm just dying to get into, and I'm halfway through the first book, so I think this one's probably going to be my next one. This one is called Upgrade: 10 Secrets to the Best Education for Your Child. I have been thumbing through this one. I haven't actually like sat down and like concentrated and read the whole thing yet, but what I have read has been really good. This one is by Kevin Swanson, and he writes most of the textbooks for Generations, which is our favorite curriculum company. So I knew automatically this was going to really hold my attention because I love Kevin Swanson's writing. I read his blog and their news update every day. I really, really enjoy his writing. He is so gifted by God in the writing department, for sure. That is where he really shines. And I've already highlighted so many things. And if you watched the Generations webinar, this is the book that I referenced. And there are great statistics. If you are a newbie homeschooler, if you're thinking about homeschooling, this is one that you really do want to pick up. So the next book, this one is so large, but it made my heart so happy when I saw it on Instagram, and I knew I had to buy it. This one is A Philosophy of Education by Charlotte Mason, and this is the expanded edition, and this one is by Smidgen Press. So this one is a specific edition from this publishing company, and I bought it on Amazon as soon as it came out because I am such a sucker for classic books with pretty covers, and this had a pretty cover and I just could not help myself. So I read part of A Philosophy of Education, but sadly I have not read the whole thing. Now I know she has like a whole collection of works, and we actually have the whole collection of works in our church library, and I've read like number 2 or number 3 cover to cover, I think, but the first one I haven't. The Philosophy of Education I have not read. So I'm really gonna try to sit down this summer and read it, even if I have to plod through it. See, I'm using the plot activity book that I showed you guys in a previous video. I'm really excited to get started on that one though, because it is just so pretty. The last book that I have, I've already listened to, but I enjoyed it so much that I decided I had to buy it. And that one is Excused Absence by Douglas Wilson. Should Christian kids leave public school? I know this is such a hot topic issue. I know, I get it. I have so many opinions on this, and I get just beaten up by the internet every time I open my mouth about it. I've had to block so many trolls just for my opinions on this, but if you are questioning, should Christian kids leave public school? This book was written, I think the first copy was written in the early 2000s. 2001. Okay, 2001 was when this was written. Way before the environment of public schools now. Okay, so this was written when I was in high school. Okay, let's just leave it there. Ouch. This was written in 2001. So the environment of public schools were so different back then. It's not even, I mean, you have the same flavor, but it's totally different. It really is. And that was like, that was around the time that I first started teaching. And I remember I begged to be homeschooled. As a Christian kid, I begged to be homeschooled, but I was told no, I wasn't able to be homeschooled. And I'll tell you, I'll be really honest. Should Christians leave public school? Yes. Yes. And this book is going to explain why, from a biblical perspective, why your kids need to be homeschooled or in a private Christian school. It's going to give you all kinds of ideas and things to think about. It's going to give you options. It's such a good book for people considering homeschooling, and for parents who are already homeschooling, this is going to solidify that decision, like, I'm doing what I should be doing. All right, that is all I have for this video. I hope you found a book that you really like. I will leave the links for the books down in the description box for you, so you can check them out if you want to go look up any of these. I'm hoping that the 7 Laws of Teaching is somewhere. I'm gonna try to find where it's at, because I am listening to it through an app, so I don't know. Let me know, what are you gonna be reading this summer? Do you do any professional development during the summer? I would love to hear what you guys do and what you're reading and what you guys are up to. I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and happy homeschooling.